Are you literally tired and irritated by getting outgunned by every gunfight you put yourself into? Are you seriously annoyed that everybody is literally better than you? Well, stick around for this video and I will tell you the number one class setup you need to be using to instantly improve your game in Cold War. Let's get into it. Yo, what's going on, you beautiful people? My name is Blagoon, and welcome back to a brand new video on the Disrupt Gaming Call of Duty channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best MP5 setup, the best Hauer setup, and the best equipment and field upgrade and perks you need to be using to instantly improve your game in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. But before we get into it, I have a question for you guys, and that question is, what is your favorite gun to use in Cold War right now? Let me know down in the comment section below, and without further ado, let us get on with the video. For this class, we are going to be using the MP5 and the Hauer shotgun, so make sure you both have these unlocked and have them at the max level before this class continues. Also, make sure you guys are at the max level, or at least level 55, to use this class. That is very, 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 very needed. So the first attachment we are going to be talking about is the muzzle, and for the muzzle, I chose the muzzle break 9 because it gives you a vertical recoil control of 4%, which I feel really helps you, and then using the other muzzles just is overkill. You don't really need that many attachments, or pros I should say, on your muzzle. Now onto the barrel, I'm using the 9.5-inch reinforced heavy, which the extended heavy profile barrel improves bullet speed and damage range, which is exactly what it says in the pros. But in the cons, you get a negative 4% sprinting move speed and then a negative 20 aim walking movement speed. So essentially what that does when you're ADSing and you're walking, you're going to be slower, which is perfectly okay. Now for the foregrip, you just need the first foregrip. You unlock the just literally foregrip. This gives you a plus 15% of the horizontal recoil control. Now, skip over the magazine, and today we are going to be talking about the drop shot wrap. Now, with the drop shot wrap, it is a tightly wrapped fabric band to improve flinch stability when aiming from different stances, not other. My apologies. And there's only 2 prongs that come with this. You get a plus 50% of the flinch resistance, plus you get to aim while going prone, which if you guys didn't know, you guys aren't able to do that in the normal game unless you have an attach or the handle that lets you do that. Your hand will move out, removing you from the ADS position, which I feel is very, very, very balanced, but also gives the people who miss drop shotting the ability to drop shot. Now, last but not least, we are moving on to the stock. Now, for this stock, you have to have the gun at max. Like I said before, for wanting to use this setup, is the Raider stock. The Raider stock is a lightweight stock, providing a added stability for improved sprint recovery and movement speed when aiming. And the pro says exactly what it does. You get a plus 30% sprint on fire time, and you get a plus 10% on aim walking movement speed. And the only cons being the negative 30% hip fire accuracy. For that, guys, that is the MP5. Now we are going to be moving on to the Hauer. So like I mentioned with the MP5, you're going to have the Hauer completely maxed out if you guys want to use this setup. So for the muzzle, you're going to want to be using the SOCOM Blast Mitigator, which what it does is the blast shield reduces a muzzle flash to conceal shooters' position from enemies. And like the pro says, you get a plus 50% of the muzzle flash concealment. And the only cons being the shooting move speed and the loss of sprint to fire time, but with the other attachments we are talking about, that will bring both of those right back up. Now onto the barrel, the 21.6-inch reinforced heavy is probably the best one you could use. You get a plus 12% of the effective damage range and a plus 5% fire rate. And what it does essentially, it's an extended stress-relieved steel barrel, improves fire rate and damage range, like what the pros say, and not really different from the muzzle we put on. The cons are the negative 4% of a sprinting move speed and the negative 15% of the aim walking movement speed, which, like I said before, are going to be completely wiped off the table with these other attachments. Next, we are going to be using the Stagnat 8 round tube. Who doesn't like having more ammo? That's exactly what it does. It is an extended tube magazine, holds 3 additional shells. Now, all of these are plus 60%, and those 60% are going to be going to the magazine ammo capacity, starting ammo, and the ammo capacity. Now, The negative 25% of a reload quickness doesn't really play a factor into it, and essentially it really just there's not really a big difference. So the handle you're going to want to be using is the airborne elastic wrap, which you do need to be in the higher levels for this gun to be able to unlock. And what it is a non-abrasive grip sleeve, improves shooter stability while maintaining agility. And with the pros, not the cons, wow, the pros do exactly that. You get a 30% increase to your aim down sights time. You get 90% flinch resistance, and you can go prone while ADSing. And the only cons being the shooting move speed and the sprint to fire time. But this next attachment will make the other attachments cons look like fools. Now, the last attachment you're going to be using is the Marathon Stock. And look at the pros. The pros just wipes everything else, all the cons off the table, and only lowers hip fire accuracy, which isn't that bad because you are going to need to be ADSing with this gun. Literally, I told you, trust me, works. Now, next for the tactical lethal and your field upgrade, I recommend running Stim Shot, Semtex, Assault Pack, or Trophy System, depending on how you personally feel. If it's like Hardpoint or Domination, I'm going to be running Trophy Systems. But if it's just TDM, I'm on a kill streak, I'm going to be running Assault Pack. Now, just before I get to the perks, we are going to be covering the wild cards. You're going to be needing to use Perk Greed, and I'll explain why. So for the perks, you guys are going to be running Flak Jacket, which what it does, takes less damage from enemy explosives and molotovs in the combat bow flames. You don't take as much damage as you would without this. And Tac Mask, if you're going to be running around the map, people are going to be throwing stuff, stuns, flashbangs, and gases. This essentially takes care of it. For perk 2, this really comes down to personal preference too. And also depends on what mode you're playing. If I'm playing objective modes, I'm going to be running Quartermaster and Assassin or Gearhead. But if I'm running respawns, I'm going to be running Scavenger and Gearhead. So Gearhead, it essentially will let the field upgrade come back. So if I'm running the Assault Pack, I want to have my ammo quick and I want to have it, on the fly. So I just throw my field upgrade down. Boom, we're chilling. And Scavenger does what the Assault Pack does. It gives you more ammos when you kill somebody. And for perk 3, I feel this is pretty obvious. Gung-ho and Ninja. So what Gung-ho does, I feel that this confuses a lot of people. So fire your weapon and use equipment while sprinting. Move at full speed when reloading. Switch weapons faster. Take less damage from falling. And fire more accuracy while sliding. Ooh, that is a lot to take in. So let's break this down. So the fire your weapon and use equipment while sprinting, it's literally what it says. You're able to fire a weapon while sprinting and throw something. So if you need to throw a grenade or a Semtex while you're running, boom, you got this. Move at full speed when reloading, which you don't have Gung-ho on and you try to run and then reload, it will cancel that sprint animation. Switch weapons faster, self-explanatory. Take less damage from falling, which is huge if you are a mobile player. There's some drops that are going to be higher than others, and you don't want to be taking that fall damage to essentially lose a gunfight. Also, you can fire more accurately. Wow, I cannot speak tonight. You can fire more accurately while sliding, which is huge if you're, like I mentioned, the fast-paced player and you're just sliding in, jumping, all of that stuff. Gung-ho is going to help you. And Ninja, really what it does, you can't hear footsteps, or enemies can't hear footsteps. You move, or like it says. So with Ninja, you sprint more quietly, which self-explanatory. Enemies, it's going to be harder for enemies to hear you, and you're resistant to field mics when sprinting. Speak only when necessary. Now, I don't know what that last part means. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's just probably something they tagged along. But the field mic is huge because a lot of people like to camp and use field mics, but if you sprint up behind them while using Ninja, they can't hear you. You're perfectly fine. You're gonna kill them, and you're gonna get those big bags, baby. All right, guys, that has been the class. This has been the video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. Comment down below if you guys want more classes like this to help you become better. Subscribe if you are new so you never miss content from Disrupt Gaming. I've been Blagoon, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.